If you don't know me, I'm Andrew. I'm from Ukraine, and I'm animal volunteer already for 9 years. I have a small shelter here in Kiev, in the center of Ukraine, for around 200 animals. And by our country, it's a small one because we have too many stray cats and stray dogs here, and basically we have tons of different shelters here because there are too much of such animals and all of them need help. So 200 animals for us, it's a really small amount based on the amount of whole animals that we have in Ukraine. I mean, it doesn't have their owners. So you can ask me anything about animals, about animal volunteering, about current situation in Ukraine, or whatever. Fuck. 1 second. For some reason, YouTube always trying to do some weird stuff. So yeah, ask anything about animals or animal volunteering. Like you can see one of my cats here. Yeah. That's Gandalf or Pusan. He is very shy cat and not very like to be in hands, but he is a good one. He always trying to help other cats when they fighting, so he get in the fight and trying to make peace. Yeah. Also, if you don't know, I released an application for pet owners and their animals that basically help manage cats or basically any animals that you have, because when you have too many animals and you have different medical routines for them, it's very hard to not mess up and not create some issues. So if you're interested, you can basically download this by this link for Android, and 1 second I will give you for iOS. Here's the link for iOS. It's totally free application. There's no server included in there, so all information stored only on your device, so it's 100% secure, and it really helps manage cats routines, because without that it's really hard. I have certain cats in my apartment, and even for them it's not so simple to do all this stuff. So here's an example how it works. So it's basically everyday task that I need to do based on their medication plans, and you can set the medication plans, different reminders, for example vet visits and stuff like that, add documents, for example blood test results, I don't know, vaccination results and stuff similar to that. I created that because basically there is no similar and quality application on the store for some reason, so I tried to find something like that and failed. And as we have 200 animals, so I need some way to manage all this amount of information in more simple and quality ways. So I made up creating this application for volunteers and also for pet owners. Of course, if somebody want to donate money for our volunteering work here in Ukraine, you can do it in Patreon or our fund. That's pretty simple. Right now, basically, I'm working on writing some, basically trying to find a bug in this application, not in the application, but trying to find out what Google changed a few days ago, because basically, it's interesting situation. I have a Chinese phone working fine and was working fine like all these years. And a few days ago, Google had some updates, and after that, nothing working. And when I tried to download my application from the store, it just saying that it not supported by my phone. But funny thing is that I'm using this phone to develop this application, so it works on it, and basically I have installed like previous version of that application on my phone and zero problems. But for some reason, Google do not permit me to download my application and install it, and I'm trying to find out why and what basically happening right now, because I see the same situation in many applications like ChatGPT, like different banking application, even Google Pay Pass, and I don't even have a clue what like happening there. I have like second phone and like Samsung, and everything works fine there. So I think it can be some, I don't know, political measures for like Chinese productions or something like that. I don't know. I look at my code a few times, so because basically last version doesn't add additional feature or things that can make this happen. I mean problems. So I look at a few times and nothing there. So it totally like Google fault, and I'm trying to find out what I can do to like fix it, because as you may understand, many of volunteers doesn't have like fancy phones. Most of the time we use like simple ones that like this one widget, and secured from like stress and hits, and all of them are Chinese. So if I can use my own application on such a device, then many volunteers also couldn't use it. So that's a problem for me. Guys, I see you like watching the streams, but please talk with me, ask questions if you have around like animal volunteer life, animals in Ukraine, or basically anything. Just for additional understanding, I have like 25 years experience in software development, so I can also help you with IT questions if you have. But do not ask me how to connect your printer to the PC. Also, right now I'm writing a bot based on LLM to basically to give me additional resources to not moderate the streams that I'm making. So writing bots that basically automatically moderate stream, add advertising messages, ad breaks, so moderating like chat messages, like all the stuff. Because it's really taking too much time when you're running a stream, especially when you're running like from the streets, not from the home, and basically you have only one hand that handles the camera, and that's hard to do all this thing around the stream, except I mean running the stream. That's why I need some additional help from AI. So please ask if you have any questions. I know many of you right now having like morning, while in Kiev it's almost evening. So guys, what are you doing in the morning? How's your life there? Anything interesting? Also, don't forget to set likes and subscribe to our channel. I have many different videos about my cats. There are like small problem with showing you our shelter because it basically places it in a different part of the Kiev, and I basically don't have ability to go there because we have big problems with things that happen in Ukraine. Basically, um, we have police and militaries that attacking people, civilian people like me, and pushing us to like go on war, even if we don't want or can't. Because, for example, I'm a disabled person. I have like serious injury on my back in the 2022, and right now I'm basically literally at least I can walk. But they don't care that they just push you in a van and move you to the front line, where in of course few weeks you will die without like support, without the weapons and stuff like that. So basically for me it's a critical thing to moving around the city. Of course I'm doing that in the critical situation when like get life in danger, but in most cases I'm trying to not do this. Котенька. Не, иди сюда. Ты. Ну не котюнь. He is trying to get attention. Basically, most of the time he is walking and meowing around the house. I think he is trying to talk with me in some way. So basically, I can't, in most cases, go around the city. So in the shelter right now, only my colleague Elena, who's basically doing all the work there, and I'm most of the time basically gathering the money for our work and for the animals. Under our work, I mean not that we're paying ourselves. I mean like buying medicine, buying stuff that like animals need, and all this thing. Because we're working for free, and not only working for free, I'm like donating all of my money to support animals. So that's a rough thing here. So that's why I'm most of the time sitting at home or somewhere around the house. Иди сюда. Иди. Все. Посидеть зимой на спине. Вот такой. Да, вот такой. Идем. Идем. Да, вот. This is Bruce. For some strange reason, he's in love with me very strongly. Always somewhere near. Yeah. No, just typical street cats. Street cat that I found on the street near my office, like I think 5 years ago. Yeah, yeah. In apartment, I have 13 cats. And in the shelter, I have around 200 of them. It's hard to count them because like they always move in, but somewhere around that. And also, I'm feeding around 60-80 cats on the street. And how many cats do you have? Нет. He found bread. For some strange reason, among all things that he could eat, he likes very bread. Just I don't know why. I think it's because on the street he was eating only bread, like the best choice for him, and he still likes it. So when he see somewhere a bit of it, he always trying to eat it. Of course, it's not a good choice for a cat, so I'm hiding that. But sometimes he found it and eat it very fast. Yeah. Ти мой хороший. Не маленький. Тём. 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 Ты хитрулька. Да. Сядьте. Котичка. Ну я нічого не бачу. Ляж. Вот такой вот, да. Холесимый зайчик. Линяющий. Yeah, I'm trying to give the best for them because their life was really tough before I found them. I hope they like here, because living on the streets in Ukraine, it will help. Вже хтось бігає. О. Иди сюда. That's the day. I hope they're happy. I don't know how to tell that. So I see how they like resting here and they seem happy, but you never know what other think, so I can never tell if they really happy. But at least they are much better than on the street, so that's definitely. So I have my colleague Yelena. Basically, there are only two of us who running all the stuff. During the situation of Ukraine, like and forcibly mobilization of civilian people in war, basically I don't have possibility to run around the city. So this doing Yelena, and she's been running the shelter. And I'm mostly running all this media stuff, like gathering money, running donation streams and stuff like that, so we can have funds to run all this stuff. But it's really costly, because even in Ukraine, with our prices, I know the prices around like European Union and USA, even in Ukraine, where prices much lower, it's still like a big amount based on that we have 200 animals. So, for example, in 1 month it's around like $30,000 for running all this stuff, and like big part of that sum is basically my personal income that I spend on the animals. Yeah, they also helping me, because there's too much stress here, and because they only one. It was a hard day. Only they like helping me and support me in all this stuff that we have here, because basically I don't have family at all. My father died this March, and I only have like sister of my mother. It's because the only part of family that I have right now, and she's living not in Kiev. She's in a different part of Ukraine. So basically, most of the time I'm alone, and cats really help to overcome all this stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Please guys, don't forget to set likes and subscribe on channel. It's the important thing, because more likes and subscribers we get, more donation we have, and more people watch our videos and streams, and also more donation we have. And the more donation we have, the more animals we can help and get from the streets. Because it's hard. Just for this year, our prices on the basically everything that we buy increased at least at 50%. I like to say that our donation also increased, but no, they only decreased with time, because most of our donation can come from the Ukrainians, and they have also the same problem as we. So with each month, the amount just dropping and dropping. Nice to hear that. Thank you for your work. I hope many animals will find their new homes. For Ukraine right now, it's like the main our problem, because even if we don't look at the amount of money that we spend, because money is, it's thing that you can borrow, that you can find, get. That's simple stuff. But the real problem is that most of the people of Ukraine don't want to get animals from the shelter, and that's the main crucial point of all our failures, because we get animals, so we give them all medical help that they need, and then we need to give this animal to some other people, to their new home, and no one wants to take them, and this animal become like basically they get in on our everyday support, and the more we help, the more animals we need to support with each month, and the more money we spend only just on feeding and like supporting all the stuff that we have. So they basically blocking us from saving new animals, and that's a hard thing, because I don't know how to motivate people to get animals from the shelter. I understand that why many people don't want to do this, because they know that if they will need to like left the country, it will be much worse if they have animal, because of the law of European unions and the Ukraine and stuff like that. So they just don't want this additional pain. But without like people that help us, it's impossible to do our work. Also, I also wanted to help dogs and like bigger animal, but the problem that we don't have place. For example, we had 2 shelters, and a few months ago we need to close one, because we basically don't have funds to support it, and that was a tough decision, but basically didn't have any other choice instead of that. And that's like, when we was opening it, I hope we can like do more thing for help animals, maybe in future to create some free clinic for volunteer animals. But with the like situation in Ukraine, which is getting like harder and harder, we just need to close that. And I even don't know if I will have like possibilities in future to open my own clinic for them. And I know like many other volunteers also like closing all the shelters and going out from this activity, because basically you just dying in it. You don't have funds, you don't have support, so nothing. And you just look in the eyes of these animals and see how they suffer, and that's just killing you. But at least we're still working. I hope we'll work further, because at least someone should do this work. So guys, please ask questions, share your stories. Guys, how many pets do you have at your home? I have 13 and 200 in the shelter. Just write in the chat how many do you have. Холёсий такой. Такой холёсий зайчичек. What I'm doing, I'm basically trying to fix problem with Android application that I made for like pet owners because last my update for some reason was not permitted me to install on my Android phone. I don't know why, because basically the minimum version was 7 and I have like 12 version of Android, and still I prohibited to install it for some reason, and I'm trying to find out what I can do with that, because that's a very strange situation, and I don't know. Interesting stuff. Okay, let's talk. What do you want to discuss? Hmm. Why, motherfucker? Окей, тут какая-то херня. Found some interesting stuff. Так, рестore. I started to do some video generation for media a few weeks ago with the AI source help, Gemini GPT, etc. Is that okay? Yeah, I basically was doing that. I think yesterday. I was trying to use Remotion and ChatGPT to basically generate video content, and it was really interesting stuff. I don't know. 1 second, I will show you result. Um, So here's example video that I generated using that solution. Have you ever thought about promoting your channel with AI generated videos? I thought about that, I tried that, and that's not so simple as it may seem, because basically I calculated the time that I need to like spend on making AI generated video using different stuff, and it was around the same as I need to basically use my camera, shoot animals, and make video by hands by myself. Because in most cases I basically creating really not what you want, and to make like the videos that you want, for example, even for 30 seconds you spend like too much time. I tried Saw, maybe it was like very sweet, simpler, but I tried Saw, I tried Journey, and that's not so simple as I was expected. So I know I saw many videos like generated. But the main thing is that it's not about like generating this video, it's about like concepts behind this video. For example, like that video with Sasquatch, and I think how they I forget. So basically there are like few concepts around the internet that are pretty famous, but it's hard. It's not so simple that it like you make a video by hand and take like 5 hours, and you make a video with AI and it take like 5 minutes. It take like the same amount of time, and that's the main problem. Yeah, so I don't know. I hope to try like VR 3, but it's not available for Ukraine right now. So I don't know. And the second question is how people will like accept that such videos, because if they want to see real like animals, it will be like a fail. If they don't care, maybe this will work. So it's also depends on audience. Okay, let's do this. How much time do you need to update all this stuff? Что там за storage? Storage пока не было. That's really strange. Even more strange. So, um, I can't install my application with this phone. So when I go to the application store, Google Play Market, it's saying that this store is not supported by my application, which is not true, and I can't update the application. But I go to the web version of the Google Play Store, and through it I install it update to this phone. Google, I just tap you. That's a great solution from a great company. Like, fuck. Oh. That's why Google, I don't want to work at your company, and don't want to work at Facebook, Amazon, and all other the shit companies that we have on the market, because you are not doing a great product already. You are just doing a piece of crap every time that you doing it. So, sorry. Better I will work with small startups that's still trying to achieve some best result on the market, and not like you just pushing everything that you build without any control. Can you share that videos that you made? I just want to look how good is it. I know it's hard to generate stuff like that, and I think we still don't have VO3. Fuck me. Wow. I just get access to the VO3. That's a huge step forward for me. I just tested that yesterday, and yesterday it was closed for Ukraine. And that's really interesting. Let's try something. Somewhere I had post of cats. So right now I can generate video in Germany, for example, and I'm doing that right now, and also in Flow. That's interesting. I need to try to do something. Text to video frame. Ingredients. Um, Interesting. Not bad. Interesting thing that I could generate for free video in Germany using Vero 3 model, but I couldn't do this in the Flow because it's saying that I need to subscribe and pay basically for money. That's The most cost-effective solution is getting a video cam or sorry, video camera, cost GPU, and just using one model to generate that locally. So basically, even on my laptop, I generated like 4 or 5 seconds videos with one model version of 1.3, and it was really good videos. The only thing that generating this 4 or 5 seconds is taking them out like up to 10 minutes. So to get a prompt and all this stuff, it's like can be very like costly by amount of time. But if you can buy like more faster GPU, like I'm doing that on Mac. But you can, if you can run this on faster GPU, I think you can make it faster. And with like last one model, like 2.3, Ethereum can be faster than using an old one. Oh, I'm trying to find my phone, which I use for streaming. That's typical thing. No. I don't know why you don't like van model. It's basically doing its job. It's just time consuming. Basically, um, of course, on small model, it's harder to control the situation in the video. But in most cases, it gives like a really good control over what's happening there. And I saw many videos that use that model to generate like videos, and they was like pretty cool. I don't know how many times they spent to generate them and price, but result was solid. But it's cool that I can now generate videos. Here, let me try to generate the same video in the SOAR. SOAR as always. Oh my god, that's so horrible. Just some random like video frame doing like everything except what I need. Uh, I don't know how people get like good videos on SOAR. I think you not just need to like run 100, 1000 tries to get one good, because all videos that I tried to generate from the SOAR, it's just some really like bad ones. Even like this one model, like small one, generate better videos than this. I could try to generate, of course, that, but it will take 10 minutes. Fuck. Okay, let's try. This it will run in background. Okay, image to 1. Recent downloads. The interesting thing that I have like around 39 gigabytes of RAM for GPU, but for some reason one model is like just eating all of them, while other people saying that they could run it on 8 gigabyte of RAM, and that's strange. And I use their pipelines, and still it's eating too much, and I don't know why. So the only thing that I see is like wire decoding. It's like taking all this stuff together, and that's why it could be so tough. Why is this will take time. Let's try. Yeah, so as like a piece of shit and generating videos. I didn't know why they deploy it in production. Like it's just a hell. I don't know. Even the like stupid model that I can download for CVDI, doing the better job than Sora. So amount like level of quality of the model is just horrible. And posting this as like a live production product, it's very strange thing. So I run the one generation. I hope I will get a video because it's always problem with Y encoding. Fuck, it's just dying. Where is the console here? Fuck. Yeah. So the what do you mean there is no like 916? Do you use Comfy UI or like what? Because basically you can make any size of the video as you want, just like change parameters. Что такие маленькие? Как он ебанул? Все хорошо, все. Выкашленный, как у маленьких, спинного лошади. Try Comfy UI, it's just giving you like all possibilities to do this. Wow, I have 40 viewers. That's something new. Most of the time you have only 5. Fuck off. So right now it's taking like 100 seconds per one iteration, and I have like 20 iteration for video, and I even don't know if it will like succeed, because if I decoding will fail, then all video will fail. Workflows. Fuck, how to... One second, I will try to share this workflow with you. Nodes, models. Fuck, what he's saying this. Yeah. It's strange, there was some export. Yeah. Hi, Bob. My personal cats, yes, they're doing fine. Few of them lying here near me. And as for shelter cats, not all of them. They're like, basically as always, we lost one of them yesterday, and few of them in critical condition right now. So we basically put them on heavy treatment in the clinic. I hope they will survive, but That's hard. That's hard to have like 200-year-old animals that every day need medical care, and when you don't have all money that you need for them. So I will not say that that's something new. That's basically what we have every day. Our current situation. So, and how's your animals? Everything fine? Yeah, this will take for a while. No puoi stare. Что за... Oh my god. Video help pursuit. Thank you, Bob, for your help, and hope your cats will do fine. And you know, if you have two of them, soon you will have three of them. um, you can't be safe in Ukraine because, like, two sides. You can be killed by the Russian rocket, or you can be killed by the government police or military. So, better not to go outside. But in Kiev, it's more peaceful. So, a little bit chance to die here, but still, it depends of your luck. Uh, Basically, I'm in the police list, so they searching for me, and if they will find me, then they will put me in a cage, and then I will go on the front line. So that's why I'm not very like to go around Kiev. Um, but sometimes I need, because sometimes I need to save some cats or bring medicine to them. So it's not very safe, but of course better than on the front line, because there's just hell that's happening. People dying like every day in thousands. So on the last like statistic closure, they was saying that we lost around 2 million people on the war, and around like 15-20 million that just flee the country because of war. Um, Я даже не знаю. Yeah, that's horrible, but that's our life in our country. But yeah, a few years ago I couldn't say that we will get in such deep asshole like that. But you never know what will happen next. That's why I have personal body armor and a rifle, so I can protect myself and my cats. It will not get better here, because even if war will end, the corrupted official who run this war, who get money from this war, still will be here. And they will still need money, so nothing will change for people in Ukraine. They still will be forced, but in different way than war. And other side is that basically there are like big chance that even after the war stopped, it will start again, because nobody will care about the defense of the country, because for 11 years the government of Ukraine basically didn't do anything for this country to win the war. We don't have like armor production, we don't have weapon production, we don't have anything. We just getting money from abroad countries, we just getting support, and do some like small stuff like volunteers that basically creating like this all these drones and stuff for army, and that's all. Government didn't create even one drone for 11 years for the army, and with such like ruling, this country will not survive in any condition. So it's just a matter of time when we fall. Yeah, I get 8 frames from 20. I think this country is just cursed because for all our history, we didn't make any good decision in politics. Every time when we do something, it gets just worse and worse. We have many wars on this territory, and every time we fail them. Not because, like, we're stupid or something like that, but because we just doing mistakes same and same again, and just basically doesn't understand that we're doing them. Because right now many people in Ukraine support all this hell that's happening here. They thinking that this how things should be, that human rights is, you can basically throw them away, that constitution of Ukraine you can throw that away because we have war, and if we have war then we can do anything here. That's how like most of the people of Ukraine think, and that's horrible because based on their position all this stuff is happening. Because if corrupted official doesn't have support from such people, they couldn't do anything here. But if they get support from each of them, then basically they get support on such action from whole country. I saw what like ICE doing in America, and that's very similar to what like military is doing here in Ukraine. Almost the same. And that's the same horrible thing. So also I saw like militaries in Washington DC, I think. I don't know what they doing there and why they need to work against civilian people. That's I don't think that's a good thing. Militaries of countries shouldn't like go against their people. That's horrible. But today, like, militaries use it by politicians to support their corrupted things to get money. Кітя, ми ждемо відео. Відео ждемо. Ждемо відео. Відео. О, яка гарна кітя. Все ты. Ты колбасечка. Ты моя колбасечка. Снять пальто. Джон? Мяу. Interesting. So what I can say about Putin is that basically it's the same like Trump, the same like Zelensky. They don't care about their people. They don't care about their country. They just care about the money that they have and that which they can get, and all other things is just doesn't matter for them. I think Putin and Zelensky work together in this war, basically killing each of them people of their own countries, and just doing that for getting money on war. Because amount of money that Ukraine got through this war is just huge, and nobody knows where that money go, because there is basically anything that can say that part of that money goes there or there. There is no documents, there are no statistics, no any tracking of that money. They just get to the Ukraine and disappear somewhere here. And USA Go understands that, and when Biden was the president, it was, I don't know, part of negotiation between them, I think, because still nobody asked where this money go. And that's a big amount of money to not like stop the war and just to proceed that. For example, militaries get around $1 billion per month from a district in Ukraine, just on bribes that people paying them to not go on war. So they have like very high motivation to proceed this war, like as long as possible. I think Putin doing the same. I don't know the situation in Russia. It's for me it's hard to say what's happening there, because many of information, most of information that we get here, in some way change it, and what really going there, it's hard to say. But I'm saying based on what I see in Ukraine and what I get from some of my friends from Russia, that I have that normal, adequate people who support in basically the Ukraine army and my shelter, and it seems just control and money. That's all. no other ideas. People in Ukraine saying that he want to like reestablish USSR here or some sort of empire, but that's not true. They don't want. They don't want that. They just want money. Basically, every war is about money. There was no war in human history that was run not because of money. For me, it's strange to live in the world where we have resources, we have abilities to fix this world, to help everyone here, to give decent life for everyone. But instead of this, we're running wars. We just running destruction of this planet, of this world. We kill people, we kill animals, we kill children, just to be better than someone. I mean, in amount of resources, and that's all. Why? Nobody knows. Many corrupted officials in Ukraine have so much money that I don't even understand how you can spend such amount of money and why they need so much money. Because I'm like for living spending around like $300-500 per month, and for me it's okay. It's not like I'm struggling or like don't have things to eat or something like that. So I'm living pretty normal life. Of course, that's not the biggest amount, but it's enough for me for normal living here in Ukraine. Have an apartment, but people having billions of dollars and they spend all this money on some so like big amount of shit like cars, yacht. I don't know why they need that, because they just have no reason, no sense. If you want to go somewhere and see, you can rent this yacht. Why do you need to buy it? I don't know. If you need a car, sport car, for example, I don't know. Okay, rent it. You can't run on this car around the city. It's like so uncomfortable. It's so like stupid. Because sport car for sport tracks, it's not for road. The same like someone buying Bentley or something like that for like millions of dollars. Well, you can buy the same car with the same amount like of I don't know stuff there just for $60,000 from China. They have like similar cars, just much less in price. But people buy anything just because of label, not because they need something. The same like with phone, like people, I need iPhone for what? For why? Why it's better than something else? You just call or like you're just using it for call people and writing SMS. That's all. For example, I have like Chinese phone for I think $150, and it's totally fine. I can buy a like much more higher model. Like I can buy a few iPhones if I need it, but I don't need it, and I don't see any reason why I should spend that money on things that I don't need. Things that basically cheap. They just like sell in the big price. But for most of the people, this label, this ability to say I have iPhone and you don't, that's the main reason why they buy all this stuff. And that's the main reason why all other people can't buy food. Because someone wants to buy iPhone for no reason. Sorry, I don't know Italian. Please translate this in English because I don't have auto translation here inside Google Studio. Hmm. Китенька, нет. Hi, Rosella. I will try to translate this. Just when you like see comments in the YouTube itself, you can use auto translate, but when inside the studio, you just not doing this. I don't know why. It's okay. I understand what you were talking. So I'm fine, thanks. I'm volunteer in Ukraine for these 9 years, animal volunteer. I have 13 cats and almost 200 severely ill animals in my shelter. Like previously, I had two shelters, but I need to close one because it was out of funds. And no, I'm not Ukrainian soldier. I'm volunteer, and basically I can't be a soldier because I have like spine issue, which basically give me ability to literally walk, and that's a good one because basically a few years ago my legs was paralyzed because of trauma. And but of course Ukrainian government think in other way, and they put me on a list of people who trying to escape of mobilization, and they try to do this forcibly to me. That's why I have a gun in my house. Also, I'm from Kiev. Hope this will translate correctly. Hi Teresa, can you translate that on English? I think that German. Maybe. No. Then I don't know what that. Um, Teresa, how many animals do you have, and which? I have 13 cats. When I was young, I have, like, in my childhood, I have 2 Dobermans. Basically, I was living with them all my childhood. Very, very, cool animals, cool dogs. They were very tender. Many people think that they're aggressive or something like that, but that's not true. They're basically the same like cats. Basically they just protect their families in more aggressive way when it's needed. But inside home, that's just so tender. Pity that they live not so much. On average, Dobermans live around like 9 years, and that's all. Hi, Leah. What's interesting there? How many cats do you have? Yeah. He liked to rest on the kitchen, but I always make him go on sofa because it's not very clean there. Oh, fuck. Ugh. Что такое? Что такое? Иди на кого? Иди. Вот так. Вот. He got back. $9:35. In Kiev it's 18:35, so it's almost evening. Что такое? Иди сюда. Вортюн ты мне. Вортюн. Тьфу. I found this cat near my building in winter, almost like 1.5 years ago. He was dying because someone just left him on the street. Before he was like a home cat, and he was sitting under the snow under the car and just dying from cold. I tried to get him first time and he ran away, but I could give him some food, so he ate. And then I was going around for 2 days trying to search for him. And on the second day I found him in the corner of our like small garden. He was almost without any resources, and I feed him. He get to me, and then I just catch him and run to my car, and we get to the clinic. He was in a very bad state there, but now he's okay. Like to eat. The more the better. Yeah. No, the main cat who rule all this like right is the red one, and basically the oldest one. It's Persea. She is almost 17 years already, and she basically was here. Even this big cat afraid of her because he knows that he will get if he try to do something bad. Yeah? So basically that's not a room, that's home, my apartment. But I have certain cats here. They just behind the wall, some of them, and some of them on the bed line there behind me. Що ти кусать будеш? Кусать будеш? Ти що? Ти що? Ти що це робиш? Ти що це робиш? Лягай. Ну куди ти лазиш? От лягай. От, ну що, що? 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 От, що, лежи? Лежи, довольний? Ой, такі. Кусючий, страшно кусючий кот, страшно. Йо, козі, такий козі котяк. Не бурчи, не бурчи. Ну что, закончил. Да. Як я и думал, блядь. Ага. Не ундось. Ну чего ты? Чего ты? Кусяк. Ты кусяк? Я. Хтось там заліз на мене. Що таке? Киця на тебе напала. Напала, підступно. Підступно напала, да. Кузичка. Тя. I have another cat on my knees line under that one. Ты холёсий кот, холёсий, да, любимый. Кузька. Ты Кузька? Combine. So guys, what's going on there? I'm trying to build AI video pipeline. It works on my laptop. But it's hard. I have not so much memory here.
Это значило. М,
Thank you, Nathan. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, N. Где тут вая, блин? What will happen if Russia takes over Ukraine? Will you be okay? No, in most cases I will be killed. Any ideas of who I can contact to get food for my babies? I will recommend to contact your local volunteers uh, who live in somewhere near you, because definitely not Ukraine volunteers, because we can handle it, even our problems here. I don't know, maybe you have local pet fund or something like that. Сладкий зайчку, такий сладкий котичек, такий сладкий мохнатий котичек, такий да, такий лапочки. Такі лапочки котячі, такі котячі лапочки. Чо? Ну, видите, кот. Ligeiro, ligeiro. Что такое реакция? Ні.
Що ти, зайчка? І чого туди залізла? Лазь. Лазь. Тьфу-тьфу. Тіляпінь. Тіляпінь, ляпінь, ляпінь. Ляпінь. Чайкось. Чайки. Такий ляпінь, ляпінь. Такий косятінь, косятінь. Да. Да. О. Ну не чіпай. Кисяк. Ну що ти твориш? Прийшов тут такий. Веселий джип. Котенька, не чіпай. Ну що ти робиш? Любіть його то. Подсластиться, да? Ну що ти, Мишкусь? Я тебе люблю. Да. Все, і тебе теж? Що таке? Що таке? Вийдота ти? Вийдота кошача? Да. Не спорь зі мною, вийдота ти? Да, ти вийдота. Що таке? Таке пузечко. Таке котяче котофільне пузечко. Що, будемо заканчувати, ти ми підемо нямать? Підемо нямать? Да? великі. Да, такі великі і вредні. Ті турбець.
Okay, guys, I will go to feed them. So. Oh. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you soon. Hope you will have a great day today. Bye, guys.